Alright, what you guys didn't get to see before we get into this leg workout is that I did hit 30 minutes of incline treadmill because I really wanted to do incline treadmill today. And I'm definitely not doing it after a quad focus leg workout, so I did before. So legs are a little warmed up, a little sore already. But to be honest, I woke up feeling pretty low energy and not really ready for a workout today. So starting off with a single leg, basically doing, as I've said before, it's almost emulating a lunge or a Bulgarian split squat. I truly don't know how long of a workout this will be. I might just do a quick, more pumpish leg day instead of something so heavy volume, make it a little more. I'm still kind of feeling last leg day. So what comes next in this leg day is kind of dependent on, as normal, how my knees feel. I will say, they feel terrible. It's just, they feel exhausted, if that makes sense. Like all the tendons and ligaments and muscles just feel very sore from last leg day still. And it probably doesn't help that I did go ahead and hit my incline before the workout. I knew when I woke up. It's kind of iffy on if I wanted to hit today or if I wanted to skip. But I felt like I could accomplish a somewhat challenging but more pumpish workout. I feel iffy in the knees and almost like I got shin splints coming in, but not like fully committing to killing me right now. But after these, depending on how my knees feel, I want to show you guys a variation of goblet squats. I haven't done in forever. Goblet, whatever you want to call them. I've heard them say both ways, so it kind of confuses me. But there's a variation I like to do. I haven't done it here. I haven't done it in a while because it's really at its best at Cuba's gym. And you guys will see why in a second. You're going to explain why. But I haven't done it in a while, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it doing it. I'm feeling this, goblet squats, back to this, a little heavier, both legs, doing what I did last time. Doing it half and then full, and that's one rep. And then finishing with quad extension, superset with body weight squats I'm able to spot myself on. So taking body weight squats is there. But that's the plan. We'll see. It's not set in stone. Like if the goblin squats, whatever, don't feel good, I might just come back to this and do both legs, extensions, superset, and then leave. And I don't, well, and then hit the art trainer for 30 minutes for cardio. We'll see. But all right. So I'll explain what's going on here in a second, and also why, personally, this is more of a Cuba leg day exclusive. I'm not entirely sure if I've done them on the chin or not, and that's why I'm going to explain. Maybe I have one leg day, but I haven't done these in a hot minute. But as you see, there's a box here. One of the reasons it's better at Cuba's gym is Cuba has a box about the same height, but it's like a full rectangle. It's like 3 of these put together. So I can get a good wide stance for a goblin squat. And you guys have seen me use it for pull downs. They have a wide grip handle, like such, or sorry, close grip handle, but a V handle with the black plastic that rotates. So what you're able to do is you put it on the cable, bring it up into that position, you put the dumbbell in, and you hit your squats. And so, obviously, that's a little more fitting for what we're doing, because you don't have to worry about it hurting your wrists in any way, shape, or form by basically clean and jerking it. Or just cleaning it. So I'm going to start relatively light for these, at least for me. Just one, haven't done them in a while. 2, can't guarantee my knees will feel great trying to do them. So we'll see what happens here. Of course, I can't get quite as wide of a stance as I'd normally get. You're going to grab on the inside like such, stand up, clean it. Here, that stance ain't gonna work. Way too close. Way too close. I'll just do them on the ground. I typically like that, but I think it's not gonna touch the bottom either way. So we'll just do them standing. I'll have to do. But normally I like the platform because it guarantees at the bottom that weight's no real touch. This cable, luckily, by the time I get up here, it's like a mile off of touching the bottom. So it didn't create an issue at all. So I think this will be perfect for this. So I haven't done it in a while, so I might keep the weight where it is. I just feeling a bit iffy on the knees, but I don't even know if that's necessarily a knee pain thing as much as it is. My knees just feel weird today. I feel like jelly today, if that makes sense. My legs as a whole feel jelly today. And I'm wondering if that's the combination of a leg day followed by the next day going on a hike with friends has officially caught up with me. Because I'll be honest, I didn't feel sore from that leg day on the day we hiked. The day after the hike, I didn't feel sore from the hike or the leg day. Yesterday, I had like a smidge of soreness, and I told Brandon, I was like, I think that hike's catching up with me. So I wonder if that hike prolonged the DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness. And so now, the combination of a really hardcore leg day and last leg day, superset, with the very next day hitting a hour-long uphill hike, has officially come back to kick me in the butt. And it's the DOMs are full set in today on leg day of all days. But okay. So, crazy fact here. I entered a competition to go to the Arnold to win an opportunity to go. I have a few job opportunities set up, so hopefully I'll have a job soon. I'm really hoping to win this competition for pretty much all expenses covered trip to Ohio for the Arnold. I would love to go to that. It's something I've always wanted to go to. I may just pay to go to it either way and vlog it for you guys, and also maybe be fortunate enough to meet, some other athletes, meet you guys, if any of you happen to go to the Arnold. But that's actually the goal right now, is I want to go to the Arnold and go watch the show. I want to watch the Classic and the Open guys compete. And honestly, I need to look up when that is. I think it's normally early next year. Maybe I'm gonna tell everybody wrong on that. But yeah, I entered a competition to hopefully get to go to it for free. That'd be really cool. But that's something I'm working on behind the scenes. I'll either win that competition, but I'm not yet putting all my chips. I'm not betting on black here. I'm gonna put in the work to try to buy tickets and actually go either way, if I had to pay my own way. But I do believe the trip itself, it's like, if I win it, they pay for your plane ticket, your hotel, and your opportunity to watch men's open and strongman. So I'd have to pay for my own ticket for watching the Classic guys compete. But and then the flight back. So hotel, flights, and they got tickets to open and men's strongman would all be paid if I win that. If not, then I'll try to make the money to get a flight to Ohio or make the drive to Ohio. Because really, that's not that far from me. I live in Missouri. I just got to shoot up a few states, so that's really not that bad. From here up through, I don't remember exactly what state, but then Pennsylvania and into Ohio and all that. So it's not that bad. But it'd be like a 18, 20 hour drive. I don't see it being any worse than a drive to Florida, which I've done. So, but looking towards that. Sounds like a good time. Sounds like it'd be something fun to not only go do as both a quote unquote fitness influencer and as a sponsored athlete through Harder Last Time, but also just meet some of my idols, some of your guys' idols, and maybe even some of you, if some of you guys in the United States happen to be there. Alright, given my legs are feeling good the left side of the house. Oh, that'll be good enough. Let's go back to this leg press. Alright, superset. Back to this leg press. I'm gonna go quite as heavy as I did last leg day. Oh, when I did these, but we'll go close. But as long as it's slow, controlled, I'm never gonna come. But I'm never gonna come all the way to full extension. And I'm going to do, as I said, like a half rep and then all the way back up. But just like right before I break, right before I fully extend my knees. Like I'm never gonna intentionally fully extend my legs and take a break at the top. I have a bad habit doing that. This is all about keeping tension in the quads, keeping blood in the quads, and just like pumping them up. So kind of defeats the purpose if I start taking breaks at the bottom or at the top of each rep. Okay. Ooh. All right. If you've never done those, whether it be something like this, a traditional sled leg press, squats, or like a hack squat, but any of those more like challenging leg presses, whether it be, like I said, squat, hack squat, leg press, this kind of leg press, anything really. Doing reps like that, be it all half full, just keeping full tension in the in your quads. If you've never tried them, I would, as long as you're like more of an intermediate to advanced lifter. If you're a beginner, don't do them. But it's a good way to just get better time under tension. I think it's going to help you get better ROM, because I find it's so much easier to get lower when you've been doing them, because you spend so much time in the bottom of the movement and then getting back to the bottom of the movement. So it's like, I don't know, it seems to help with my knee pain, helps me be able to get deeper into the bottom, like the break parallel, all that stuff. So definitely gonna try if you haven't already. I know you've probably seen people like C-Bum do them. That's where I got them. He started doing them, what, a year or two ago? And like the first time I ever tried them was on Nick Stillbo's hack squat machine before he got rid of them. And I would say like, it is one of the best things you can do for your legs, like, just my personal opinion. And given like how good the leg machines here feel on my legs, I'm gonna take full advantage of being able to train this way again. And sometimes, it's good to do what I'm doing today. Like I'm lowering the weight, doing something like this. I want to get just as much blood in my quads, if not more. Get just as good of a workout, if not better, without having to go as heavy or as intense. It's almost a good way to deload as well, since you can go a little wider and get just as much out of it. No, you gotta kind of see how I started the set versus how I finished it. I started off very explosive, and then I was like, no, control it. It's so easy to kind of just fall into the bottom, bounce out to the half rep, and then actually put effort for the full one, compared to if my first 2 or 3 reps would take that, because like I was just ready to go, and then mentally I caught it, and then you can see slowing down, pausing at the bottom, back up, pause, all the way up. So watch doing that. Don't bounce in and out of that little half rep. It's very easy to find yourself doing that. Okay, kind of into the goblet squats. It's important to know when to call it, when to lead your body. And I don't have much left in me, in my quads, so just in my legs in general. So I might not even go that heavy on these. Just go around. But extensions, superset squats, I definitely didn't have any more sets of that leg press left in me, especially with that rep scheme. So we might get 2 or 3 sets of these. My quads are exhausted. Oh. Oh yeah, a few more of those. Maybe one more. We'll see. We'll see. We'll rate it. One more of those. So you can see I didn't go crazy heavy on section extensions today. Just play the yield more safe. So this has been more in the 15 to turning range. Normally I don't try to go above 12, but trying to know my limits today. Much better doing higher volume, lighter weight today. Alright. Oh god. Ooh. Yeah, we don't call it there. I'm gonna fill my water bottle and we'll hit some cardio. Do the arc trainer for the second 30 minutes to complete our hour. Alright. Alright. Cardio time. Or cardio time times 2. Ooh, because we already hit 1 cardio time. See if I can find this stupid thing. There we are. Okay. So, cardio will be, as I said, arc trainer today. Something that doesn't completely take it out of my legs like incline treadmill, but still brings the heat in terms of cardiovascular challenge. So, perfectly happy to use this for my cardio. So, there we go. Alright, let's talk about not just the workout, but also kind of touch back on one of the things I said during the workout. So, the workout itself, I mean, I could tell, not before I got here, not before I did incline treadmill, but definitely after I hit 30 on incline treadmill, that a traditional sled leg press wasn't happening today. Squats probably weren't happening, whether they be at the squat rack or the Smith machine. If my knees weren't feeling great for that. They barely had it in them for the goblet squats, especially that cable variation. I typically find easier on my knees, and they feel a bit iffy. But I don't know, so it's a weird spot to be in where I would not say that my knees really hurt today. It just felt weak. But like I said, I think maybe that hike kind of offset the DOMs of last leg day. And so like the combination of the DOMs from the previous leg day and the hike are kind of just all hitting me all at once. So, which is funny, I really didn't think I was going to get any DOMs from the hike because I've been doing so much incline treadmill. And I mean, I borderline accidentally trained for the hike. Like I was ahead of the pack, or at least like top 3 or 4 the entire time. I wasn't like hardly ever out of my breath. I think I drank half the shaker bottle of water during the entire hour. Just, I surprisingly was able to handle it, despite being one of my first hikes in like years. You can actually go hiking. But, I don't know. It was definitely good leg day. I got what I wanted. A good leg pump. A good quad pump. It was a quad focused leg day, and quads feel significantly focused on. So, just definitely couldn't push as hard as I did last leg day. Did not have that in me. That was one of the more intense leg days I've done in a while. Following, 2, maybe 1 or 2 full leg days ago that we hit here. No, that's good. So let's get back on the talking about the Arnold. So I mean, it's something I've wanted to go to for years. I happened to stumble upon a competition to possibly win a chance to go. So that kind of and I was just thinking, I'm a nobody right now with 80 subscribers. I'm not gonna have a booth. Chances are I'm not gonna run to anybody who's like, I watch the channel. But it's something I've always wanted to go to, and it's something I might have to get accustomed to going to if this blows up more than I think it ever will. And if harder than last time starts having a booth there, who knows? Maybe they'll want athletes to start going. I do not know what the future holds, but it's something I've always wanted to go to. I do have subscribers from the United States, and people come from across the road. They go to the Arnold just like they do to Olympia. So it's possible I meet one of you, and that would be worth the trip alone, to be honest. But I feel like I can speak for just about every gym goer ever. I feel like we've all wanted to go to the Arnold and watch it, and hopefully meet Arnold there at least once. Of course, Arnold's gonna have the youngest line out of anyone there, but it's like I think I can speak for most gym goers that a lot of us have had that desire to meet Arnold, and so he ain't getting any younger. So it's one of the things I want to meet Arnold. I'm sure Sam will have a booth there. I'd love to meet Sam. Maybe Raw Nutrition or Simbum will have a booth there. I'd love to meet him. And I really want to go watch a show. Genuinely, it's something I've wanted to do for years, not just take part in the summer shredding show. The idea of participating in that has kind of been front and off for a while. But also, to go watch a professional bodybuilding show instead of watching the Olympia live stream or something, or watching Greg Doucette and Mixed Strength and Powers talk about the results of the show, right? So it's just something I've wanted to do for a while. It's been on my mind, and I think it'd be a fun vlog for you guys. It'd be a fun trip for me. Chances are we'll get to go to gyms. Well, I've never seen before that other influencers have probably worked out in, or are very or gyms that are very popular among gym culture, so because it'll be a new location, so it's gonna be a new gym with a different workout opportunity. Use some machines I've never gotten to see all the way out here in Missouri, and to have a good workout and meet people I've never seen. Maybe I'll be fortunate enough to run into some of these other influencers at a workout after a show. Who knows? Because chances are I'm going to spend all day vlogging the event and hit a weight workout. Chances are they work the event, they hit a weight workout after. There's just a lot of great opportunities as someone who's trying to get into the space that could come out of going to the show, whether I win this competition or I pay my way. But either way, I do want to go to Arnold this year, but I'm not going to promise it. Obviously, I don't know what my finances will look like by then, or if I'll win the competition. But that is something I want to work towards. So, I think it'll be fun. So, but yeah, great wig day. Kind of just clarifying the whole Arnold thing. Yeah, but it's both like a bucket list thing, and also something that'd just be fun for a channel to do. New environment, new gym, kind of exciting thing to do. Cool vlog opportunity. So it's kind of like the best of everything, really. So I think that'd be fun. Need to look up when it's going to be this year instead of sitting here talking about it now. I don't even know how far out we are from it, but I'm pretty sure it's sometime next year, isn't it? I could be completely wrong. It'd be freaking November for all I know. But I'm pretty certain it's normally the first show after the Olympia the next year, because it's one of the earliest opportunities to qualify for the Olympia. So obviously there is other opportunities. I think there's is it Prague that happens after? Yeah, the Prague Pro typically happens after the Olympia. So that would be either November or December. So that's technically like the first opportunity these guys get to qualify for next year's Olympia. But the Arnold is like one of the first ones as well. I think it'd be fun to see if maybe if Derek does it, puts that Olympia title on the line, say, hey, come and get me. I'd love to see if Hadi does it, or if he just goes, I've won Olympia before, therefore I'm allowed to come back every year. I'm just going to dedicate my whole year to the Olympia. Speaking of that, I think Hadi should have had it. I'm not going to lie. I think Hadi came in harder, more conditioned. Like, overall looked better the entirety of the show compared to Derek. So, but it's neither here nor there. I know there's a lot of people who are upset that Nick Walker placed 6th. I know there's a lot of people who can't believe Samson Dada got knocked out of, didn't retain his title and got knocked all the way down to 4th. I'm sure there's some people who think Andrew Jack should have got it instead of 3rd. I personally think between the top 2, it should be switched. I think Derek, you could give Derek 2nd place and justify it. I don't see him I don't see how he beat Hadi, in my opinion. Hadi Chupon. But, yeah, just a little aside on my opinion of the Olympia this year. In terms of Classic, I'm happy with the results. I thought, this wasn't on camera, but me and Brandon did talk about it when we hit back and by at Cuba. He asked me what I thought of the Olympia, and I said I thought Hadi Chupin had it, but to be honest, that him and Derek were fighting for 1st and 2nd. But, I was wrong. Derek got it, not Hadi. But I said so. In terms of Classic, on paper, Mike Sommerfeld should win. He was 2nd last year. If he comes in just as good as he did last year, he should be the guy. I said, that being said, Ramon Dino was looking like insane in all his progress picks. And he came 2nd to Seaboom like 3 or 4 years in a row. And only last year did he fall from glory. Like his tan was sweating off of him. He didn't look like he peaked properly. Something went wrong, And I told Brandon, I said, if Ramon brings his best package, if Ramon comes in as the guy who got 2nd place to Seaboom for years, he wins. And Ramon had the best tan he's ever had, the best condition he's ever had, the best shape he's ever had, and he came in and he won. So, I'm a little iffy on the results of Open. Perfectly happy with the results of the Classic. I'd love to see if Ramon goes to the Arnold. That'd be another exciting thing. Obviously, we don't know who's going yet, but that would be really exciting since I'm going to go try and watch the Open and the Classic anyways. I'd love to see if Ramon puts it out there. Hey, challenge me. Come to the Arnold and try to beat your new Mr. Olympia champion. Or is he just he has that Olympia qualification from now on because he's won an Olympia. Is he just going to take the whole year to focus on the Olympia so he can stay champ and have his own big dynasty? Seaboom did. But I would almost have loved to see him go because Mike Sommerfeld qualified for this year's Olympia by winning last year's Arnold. So he's coming in to the Arnold as this year's Classic Physique title holder for that specific show. He's the reigning Arnold champion. I'd love to see a rematch between him and Ramon and see, does Ramon beat him out at the Arnold as well? Or do the Arnold judges give it to Mike? I'd love to see that. Olympia rematch kind of ordeal. But obviously that's up to Ramon. Obviously the smart thing to do would be to give his body a rest, hop off gear and hop on a PCT, post-cycle therapy, and give his body a break during his off season, and then ramp things back up the closer he gets to the Olympia next year. But, that's not for me to say what he should or shouldn't do. But looking forward to that. Even if I only get to watch the live stream and don't get to go to a show or something, I'd love to see who goes this year and how that turns out. But that's all I really have to say. Good workout. Tomorrow is back and by. I would say, unless I just feel awful tomorrow, I don't intend on taking a rest day. Today was more of a deload style leg day where I didn't go quite as heavy, didn't do as much, didn't do as many exercises as I normally did, didn't do as many sets as I normally do, but yet upped the volume of said sets, lowered the weight, and very deload focused. Like, I'm not looking to push heavy weights, I'm not looking to completely tax my body and like destroy my nervous system. So tomorrow can either be a rest day, it could be a back and by day, it could be a normal back and by day, or it could be a more deload style. We'll see. But at least legs wise, I needed more of a deload style training today. I did not need to come in here and go completely balls to the wall, because I would have pulled something, got injured. I don't know. It wouldn't have been pretty. So that's all there is to say, really. Love you guys. Appreciate your support. If you made it this far and you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you made it this far. Anyways, we're on our way to 100 subscribers. I know we can get there. I'm working on a Patreon. Merch is in the link in the description below if you want to support me in the channel in any way, shape, or form. Harder and last time supplements, code JS15. Save 15% off your order. I know not everyone can afford the Turk or the Turk Platinum. Trust me, I know. I'm one of the athletes, and I rarely buy it anymore as well. But what I do buy a chocolate bar. What I do buy is the pre-workout, the protein, once in a while. I have a bad habit of just getting protein at Walmart because they carry Raw and Rise, which I think are also very good brands. But I'll get I'm waiting for the eggnog flavor to come back for the holidays, or the Gregnog. But I love the vanilla ice cream flavor. It's great. But the protein, the pre-workouts, you have to be disappointed by the pre-workout I get from. I love the GO2 Max, truly. My cardio is pretty good right now, so I'm not currently on it. But the deeper into this prep I get, the less energy I'm going to have, the less drive I'm going to have, and the more cardio I'm going to have to do. I'm going to start taking my GO2 Max again. I personally believe that it has a massive, massive effect on my ability to execute on high intensity cardio in the realms of 2 or 3 with relative ease, really, where I can go, younger, or go more intense, or both. And it gives you more energy, just like entirely, really, because it helps so much with your VO2 max. And so I'm able to come into the gym, feel more energy. And so that's one of the reasons I'm not on it right now, because I do still feel fine. Like, my calories are relatively low. My cardio's up. So it's not the easiest time. I have days where I'm sluggish. I have days where getting this done is a nightmare. But I don't feel like I need to hop on yet. But as we get deeper into this prep and closer to the show, GO2 Max will definitely be in the mix, because one, you got to progressive overload your cardio. So you got to be able to up your resistance or up your time, but to make it more intense and to make it more difficult in some way, so you're still hitting that zone 2 to zone 3 cardio range. So that will help me a little bit if I start to just get so borderline tired, almost hit a plateau with it, where it's like, oh, I can't up the resistance, or I can't go any longer. This is my maximum cardio. But eventually, your heart starts to get used to it. So you're not in as high of a zone. You become more proficient at the cardio. And so I want to use the GO2 Max to my advantage as I get more proficient at cardio to actually go that much harder. To make myself even more proficient, an even more efficient cardio machine who can go longer for harder resistance and burn more calories. So, without feeling completely burnt out and tired all the time. So, that's the plan. I don't think I need it yet, but I did want to shout that out. I do use it. I do think it's relatively affordable for its, yeah, especially for the benefits you get from it. So, greatly recommend. But I don't buy the stuff often, but I do use the products. I have a bottle of GO2 Max that I'm not using in my bag right now. I want to buy a few more bottles before I start using it. It's kind of just been my bottle for ads for Instagram posts, but I haven't used all of it because I've been feeling fine. But, whew, yeah, if you're gonna get anything, get the protein. For sure, try out GO2 Max. It's amazing. I have used Turk. For me, it does work. I'm not going to tell you have to get it. It's not my job to tell you have to get it or what to buy off the site. But if you're looking to support me in the channel in any way, harder than last time, code JS15 is the best way to do it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I got 10 more minutes of cardio, but you guys got 5 seconds and you can watch another YouTube video. I'll see you tomorrow for Back and Bye.